Yo, what's up, guys? It's August 25th. It's been 12 days, and I am ready for another chess.com puzzle rush. Let's see how I do. Last time we got to 29. I'm not doing this one. Let's start fresh. That one, okay. And yeah, let's just see how much I take. How much I do. It'll take about half an hour, I suppose. Yeah. As promised, this is the raw, unedited Puzzle Rush, just to, honestly, what's going on. I honestly think I can fork this. I like to go for checkmate. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Every beginner should know the back rank mate. I could make a YouTube video titled Top 5 Things You Should Learn as a Beginner, and the back rank mate would definitely be one of them. Keep in mind, I'm no expert at chess. I'm just playing this for fun. I'm ranked 1200, so yeah. Okay, let me think. Alright, so the problem is right now, if we do anything else but move our king here, we're going to lose this pawn, and possibly lose this pawn too. Actually, very likely, so yeah, let's do that. I want to say this, but then they're just going to check me, so I'm quite uneasy about that decision. Have this. Yeah, you see that's I hesitated about this. I'm going to analyze this puzzle a bit because even though I got it right, I'm a little unsure about it. I did it with quite a bit of hesitancy. And you would go here, right? But what would you do afterwards? Like, I mean, they can just keep checking you, right? And I don't want to do threefold repetition, so maybe h5. You don't want to do h5, so maybe g3. But then they can just check you again, right? Like this. Okay. I want to... I think what would happen is eventually you do this. Either that or maybe they just give up. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know in the comments if I have the right idea. Okay. Oh yeah, I've seen this one before. Okay. Seems quite dangerous. Okay. Okay, now the thing is, which direction do we go? Let's see this direction. Okay. All right. No, no, no. King would have 4 squares available, and this wouldn't work. Okay, yeah. Has to be. I think so. I think so. Wait. Where could the king exactly go? Because then. Oh, you know what? I think it's this. Because look, if the knight goes here, it forks the queen and king. Oh, I ran out of water. I'll get it later. And the king, well, the pawn would have to take, otherwise you'll lose your queen. Period. So let's just assume they take. And okay, so yeah, let's just assume they take. No. And then it's like this. I have a pretty good feeling about this. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. If I bring my queen here, is that checkmate? No, 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 no. Okay, and no. So the king would have to go here. But what if I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. King could go here. What if you go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Queen would be here. I don't know. I think it's this. Yeah. Okay, this is a forced move. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Oh. Okay, so for this one, they could block. What I am noticing here, okay, so here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna block go with the rook like this because otherwise this would be checkmate. So that's ruled out. We always want to assume the computer is going to do the best possible move. So probably this would occur. If they take like this. Okay, yeah. I have an idea. Definitely this. Okay, yes. Just as I predicted, they would do that. We eat it anyways, okay? And if they eat with the rook, same thing. Queen here is checkmate. Let's assume they eat with the king. Well, if they eat with the king, then this is checkmate. So, yes, rook sacrifice again. Is that it? Okay, that seemed a little too simple. A fork or something? Where can the king go right now? That's the question. No. Okay. What if this were to occur? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then the rook is protected, so that would be canceled out. The bishop would protect these squares. Yeah. You know what? Okay, we want to bring the queen here, but it's guarded by the knight. Knight comes here. Both these knights are protecting this square. Yeah. I don't think this is a checkmate puzzle, because the only check I see is this. And I mean, this can easily be blocked. We're likely winning material, but I don't see it right now. Okay. Or maybe it's like... Oh, you know what? I see it. They're gonna eat, for sure. And this is a fork. Alright. This is definitely the first move. I want to say you just win the rook, but why do I have a feeling that's bad? That could lead to a trap. You know what else is the problem right now? If we just eat the rook like so, they can eat our rook. Like I knew that. I was like, that seemed a little too easy for a 1500 rated puzzle. You know what? Okay, so definitely this. That's forced. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The queen would take up these squares like this and this. And this. Alright, so then the king would have 2 viable squares to go to. Let's assume he goes here first. Well, then that queen here would just be checkmate, so they wouldn't do that. So likely they'd go here. What would we do in that situation? You know what? I really don't know actually. Let's just go with this. Yeah, I actually don't know. I don't want to say here because yeah, I'm not seeing this checkmate. I don't know this one. Our rook is. I want to say this, but it takes too long to do this, you know, and by the time the rook gets here, the king could already make some backup exit, so it's unlikely that. Oh, what about this? Because the king is kind of trapped. I didn't. What was the move? Well, let's continue this because I actually thought about that move, but don't they just eat your bishop? Okay. But let's say they... Okay, if they take this, it's a mate in 4. I'm just gonna go through this rapid fire. King G4. Oh, I didn't even see that this could be checkmate. Yeah. I'm not good at these kinds of puzzles. Oh man. So essentially the king couldn't take your bishop or else it would be mate. Okay. I see. I just didn't think of that. All right. I want to say this, and the rook can't. This is threatening mate like this. And the rook can't take, because if it does, then that's checkmate. So, very likely this. Okay. You know what? I notice a fork here with the knight and the queen, but I'm not sure how to apply that. Okay. Okay, the question is, so I'm thinking capture this, they probably capture your queen. I don't think it's this because then they can just capture like this. So I'm thinking more of the long like this because it protects the... Yeah, I saw that fork. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have done 30 puzzles. This is where it starts to get really difficult. Let's look at a bunch of tactics. I see these queens are kind of eyeing each other, eating the bishop. This kind of does nothing. And so let's look at this. And they can eat our queen. And we can do this. I am struggling with that. Or what if? Oh, you know what? What if you do this? Because the king can't actually escape like this. So the only option would be to take it like this, which you take back. And the only option for them is to do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, has to be. Okay. And that's checkmate. All right. It's this. Because this attacks the queen, and then this is a fork, and then you win the rook. I'm 95% confident it's this. Oh, shoot, what? Oh, no. Because after this, the queen eats. So what was the solution? Oh. And they can't eat because... Oh, okay. I missed that. I had the right idea, but... Oh, man. Okay. I want to get at least like 35 on this one, so... Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? Oh, at first glance, this looks good. Until you realize that both objects are eyeing down on your... One of my weaknesses in chess is tunnel vision, where like I'm so focused on achieving what I want that I fail to notice what my opponent is gonna do. And this looks like a checkmate threat too, so it's highly unlikely that this is just like an easy... Yeah. And there's a quiet move involved. No. Alright. So what if it's like this? Unlikely they'd go here or here because that'd be checkmate after queen g2, so they'd likely go here. But then you'd go here anyway, I suppose. And then let me think of the places they could go. They could only go here. Oh, they can't because of that bishop. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This blocks that. I'm gonna say... Now, the thing is, in chess.com puzzles, there's usually only one answer. I'm debating between this or that. Queen e1 or queen g1. Problem is that they both seem very good. Oh, you know what? It's not queen g1 because after the bishop moves here to e6, there's a discovered attack on your queen and you lose your queen. So I'm going to go with the former, queen e1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What now? What? I don't get it. What do we do now? No, they could just do that. Doubt it's the pawn move. I want to say this, but I don't know. What? What was the answer? Okay. But what if the queen didn't do that? Okay, let's suppose the queen... Let's suppose the queen didn't do that. Well, let's just skip to king a1. Queen c3 check. Uh-huh. I guess. Okay. I could see that. Yeah, that was not easy. Yeah, well, that concludes the chess puzzle rush today. I didn't do that well. Let me know how you guys generally do in these kinds of situations. But see you next time.